Hello everybody, New Manchester here, back with another video. And I got some complaints from some people who viewed one of my videos, and I think it's the video about why African Americans and in America suck. And one person told me um I can't barely hear you. Yeah, because of the wind in that video, and they told me to redo the video again. Um, well, this person who dropped that comment on that video, his name is Bitstream. Bitstream. He's from the United Kingdom, and me and him had a spat over the things I said about the British Empire on a video up on this channel. I don't remember what it was, and he called me a racist, and I also had some spats with people also on the channel. I guess well, come to find out, when I saw who he was, I said, are you still pissed off about what I said about the British Empire? And he said, no, I was just being all serious and all. I was just playing around. LOL, laugh out loud. And I think, and someone else told me about the video that I made about how much African Americans in America suck. And he said this to me, why are you doing this video in a cemetery? Well, because I went to saw my brother there. He was buried there, and I went there because I wanted to get away from my mother, because my mother was giving me crap. I don't want to get into that, Yeah, so yeah, before I start this video, see what time it is. It's 6:43 p.m. local time. It's Wednesday evening. It's daylight savings time. There's more time for me to do whatever I want, and there's a lot of time for people to do whatever they want. As you can see, I'm at a park in Overton, Texas. There's no one here but me. Did a video here. Got a spat in with some racist people, racist white people. A paranoid white guy in a black Chevrolet, and a police officer, and several other police officers. So there's no one here due to the COVID-19 lockdown. So don't want to be out. Don't want to be out all night here because of the curfew. I mean, you can't be out between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. So I'm not going to be out around that hour. So even though it's daytime here, but it's actually evening time, it's nighttime here. But the sun is out because of daylight savings time. But if this was regular time, it'll be nighttime. So yeah. So anyway, this is a continuation of my experiences with African Americans in America.
Oh lordy, lordy, lord, he gonna talk about black folk. Damn! That's right. He gonna talk about black folk. Yeah, I'd like you to slap the shit out of me, please. Damn!
And why are they so rude, hostile, disrespectful, and tear each other down and treat each other like crap. Yeah, and I'll tell you why. I remember I had a job. I worked at this place called TJ Maxx, and I was a janitor. And I worked with this old man. His name is Roosevelt McCoy, but his middle name is Mac. And yeah, I remember I was like, he liked me when I first met him, and I remember I was talking to him about people putting we were both janitors, by the way. I remember him. Well, he worked one shift and I worked one shift. You know, he worked one day and I worked the other day. I'll be the janitor that one day and he'll be the janitor the next day. You know, just rotate, just a big rotation of our hours and the days that we work. Sometimes he worked more days than me. Sometimes I'll work more days than him. Yeah, and I remember when I was like I was in the break room with them and I was talking to him about about people putting their junk in their food and half-eaten food and a lot of nasty stuff that they put in the refrigerator in the break room. He just sat there and just ignored me and just drank this coffee like I just didn't exist. Then he was all bitter and he told some employees who worked there when they put some were like throwing their trash on the floor. He had the nerve to tell these people this, like he owns everything. He tell these people this, if you see your trash, you pick it up. And I think someone told me this, a girl told me this. And I remember this light-skinned black girl. When I went to college, I was talking to her about something, this was an art field trip. There was a trip I went to a city called Dallas, and she was just so angry and bitter, and she didn't care about everybody, and she walked around like her shit doesn't stink. So I talked to her and asked her a question. She just ignored me. And I walked up to her and I tried to speak to her. She just ignored me. And funny, I remember I saw her in the parking lot with her boyfriend in the car. She was like fucking her boyfriend, having sex. I just saw this. I didn't say anything. I didn't watch. I saw her in the car. I know who she was. She was just this bitter, angry black girl who wore eyeglasses. And I remember I worked at this Walmart, and this black guy with dreads, the store was getting a lot of shipments of flat screen televisions, plasma TVs. And I told him, hey, man, like we were getting all these televisions, man, like lots of them and lots of them and lots of them, And I was and me and this white guy from Ohio was talking about this. I talked to the black guy about this. He just stood there smoking a cigarette and smarted off to me like, and he acted like he didn't give a shit. He said, I don't give a fuck about that. That's what he told me. I remember this bald-headed black guy. He was teaching me how to zone and stock things. He was raising his voice and say, hey man, they gonna fire you if you don't work fast. He was like sticking things in my face and tell me, what is this? What is this? I didn't say anything. I said, that's a ball of perfume. Yeah, you put it there. You stock it there. He's like sticking stuff in my face. And he acted like he didn't give a shit. He had that look on his face like he didn't give a damn. Like I was nothing to him. You know, and some black girls thought I was white because I shook hands with this old black guy. And this black girl who saw this, and she said, "I can tell." Meaning that I wasn't black enough. I didn't act like all the black people. I wasn't speaking Ebonics, and I wasn't hardcore and ghetto and shit. Yeah, I mean, and it's kind of funny, all these African Americans. I ain't gonna say that all black people in America are bad. These African Americans who tear each other down, who treat each other like shit. I mean, they're too chicken shit to get up and go after white police officers who treat their own bad and shoot and kill them. I mean they don't do anything when these white police officers go around and shooting and killing their own and treating them and mistreating their own. They're too chicken shit to do anything. But they're so brave to tear each other down. And that's something I just don't understand. I mean, African Americans, black people in America need to stop treating each other like shit and treat each other with respect and help each other out like people from other races, like Mexican people, like white people. Why come we don't, and black people don't give a damn about one another. They tear each other down. You got these black women who raise these black boys and these black girls. I mean, they do a lot. They do way more damage to the black boys and treat the black girls good. I don't know, but they treat the black girls really good, and they treat the black boys like shit. Scar them for life, fuck them up, yell at them, curse at them, and they do that to the black girls as well. And you wonder why these black men commit crimes and go to jail and drink, do drugs, and screw up their minds and screw up their bodies. I mean, I have a cousin who drank and smoked weed, and it destroyed his brain, and he's having these mental episodes. I mean, he's living with his parents and his stepfather's grandson, which he was born out of wedlock to his daughter, who was blind and on welfare, and don't care about that child at all. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, I can go on and on and on and just how fucked up African Americans in America are. I'm not gonna say that all black people are bad. There's some good black people out there who do the right thing, who are good parents to their children, and they work hard, and they're knowledgeable, and they're respectful, and they're civil. Oh, not these trashy these city hood rats and these fucking hillbillies. Oh, not them. They're nothing like that. They treat their children like shit, and they have dysfunctional families, and they're fucked up in the head. Wow. I mean, wow. Yeah. I mean, it's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. I mean, you can't. Excuse me. It's just disgusting. I mean, I was picked on, shitted on, laughed at, had stuff thrown at me by fucked up in the head black kids in the past. I mean, these two black girls at this job program that I went to when I was a kid, they were asking me stupid questions because I accidentally pulled a fire alarm. It was a job program that teach teenagers what it's like to work at a job when they grow up. You know, I think I was like 16 or 17. One of those girls threw ice cubes at me. Just threw ice cubes at me. And one of them went and wrote down something on a paper that I was supposed to write down by the janitor who was teaching these kids us what it's like to work at a job, you know, being a janitor and putting desks together and cleaning up. And there was this guy. He drove a black pickup truck. He didn't want to talk to me. He walks around like his shit doesn't stink, and he runs his mouth non-stop and think he's better than everybody. Don't give a flying fuck about me or everybody. You know, and when this girl that I bashed, who was one of those girls who was asking me stupid questions, that girl just blew up and started talking about, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna fuck you up, I'm gonna kick your ass. And I told my dad about how much I was picked on by one of those girls at that job program. I said, what about I just get mad and just smack them? And he said, well, if they fall down and hit their head and kill themselves, you're gonna be charged with murder. And you'll be arrested. You'll be taken to jail and you'll be arrested and taken to court. And you'll be found guilty of murder. And you'll be sitting on death row. Or you have life in prison. So yeah, I mean, man, and this black guy, he was a light-skinned black guy with the pickup truck. He didn't give a shit about me, and he had this boy who was fat. He wore glasses, and this black guy shitted on his own cousin. His cousin was calling them names. And this fat black guy with this fat black kid who I worked with treated him like shit. Walked all over him. Didn't give a fuck what happened to him. But you know, if he dies or something, he'll be crying his eyes out. And you know, there's another black person who is who is one of my cousins. He's a black guy with ADHD. He works on the hood of cars. He's a mechanic. He works really fast under the hood of a car, and he screws up cars and he breaks things in them. And he did some damage on a car that I had. He dug a hole in the dashboard to install a car alarm after that car was stolen by a car thief who was black, by the way, who stole the car, drove it somewhere, ditched it, and before he left it, he removed the air filter housing out from under the hood, broke off the trunk lock and tried to pull the back seat down to open up the trunk from behind. Took everything out of the glove box looking for something to steal in the car. Then he stole the air filter housing from under the hood. Also under the hood, he took the car battery, filled the gas tank up with sugar, and left it. Yeah, and my cousin asked me this. He was all happy and stuff. Said, "Were you scared? Were 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 you scared?" He asked me when I got my car stolen. Then I remember one day he worked on a car I had, and he explained to me what was wrong with my car, and I said something that wasn't right. I don't know that much about cars. And he gets mad, gets on the phone, and bashes me by telling my mother what I said. Just bash me. Just talk shit about me. Yeah. Then I got another cousin who's a girl who I never talk to. She's always zipping around, don't want to talk to me, don't want to have anything to do with me. I mean, her car was parked behind me when she went to my house to visit my mom. My mom was there. I asked her, I was getting ready to go. She jumps up real quick, jumps in the car, moves the car out of the way. Then when I said something to her, she just ignored me and just walked back into the house. Like I just didn't exist. She's a so-called nurse who graduated from a college, and she's a LVN nurse, and she makes a lot of money being a nurse, and she's dealing with people with the coronavirus right now. So yeah, I mean, I can go on and on and on about how fucked up black people in America are. I can just go on and on and on about it. I mean, I'm at this shitty park, this dump of a park. I mean, in Overton, Texas. I mean, got in a run-in, got in a racial profiling run-in with a paranoid white guy in a black Chevrolet and a lame ass police officer. You know, it's funny. It's so conservative here. It's so conservative here. I mean, I'm gonna show you guys something. They worry about me as a threat at this park, and look at this. There's a hole in this bridge. I mean, you don't care about the safety and the well-being of families who bring their children here. What happened if the kids or the parents fall through this hole and hurt themselves? I mean, you don't want to. This city that I'm in don't want to fix up and repair and restore this park, but they worry about me because I'm black. I'm a threat. I'm a threat, you know. And you know, these racist, bigoted white people are fucking garbage. And they are. They're garbage. They're trash. They're nothing. They're worrying about me, a potential threat, and they don't care about the safety of other people coming to this park and people of their own race, white people. It's disgusting, man. Like, really. Yeah. Oh no. You know, I kind of feel sorry for what happened to black people in America, like Sandra Bland, Eric Garner, Michael Brown, Freddie Gray. I feel sorry for these people because of these racist shithead white cops. You know, I feel really, 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 really bad about what happened to Eric Garner. I mean, these stupid cops provoking him and choked him out. He wasn't a threat. He was just breaking up a fight, and they just choked him out. I think they got him for like selling like loose cigarettes. And he was just fat, overweight black guy. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the guy, but you know, he looks like he's a really nice guy, like a really cool guy. I mean, he broke up a fight. I mean, you ain't gonna see black people do that shit. You probably won't. Yeah, the ignorant shithead pieces of garbage black people treat each other like shit and tear each other down. You ain't gonna see that. You ain't gonna see that at all. I mean, the poor guy breaks up a fight, and what does he get in this award? What does he get as an award? He gets put in a legal chokehold because he's a threat, and he's saying this as he's put in a chokehold. I can't breathe. 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 And he's choked completely out and he dies. Yeah, I mean, you don't see these ignorant, shitty black people who treat each other like crap, who treat me like crap. You don't see them be outraged and just go to the government and just blast people. You ain't gonna see that. You ain't gonna see that. You ain't gonna see that. They too chicken shit to go after these piece of shit racist white cops. The cop that screwed Sandra Bland. He wasn't white. He was Hispanic. I mean, he's a uncle. He's a fucking Uncle Tom. But anyway, he gets. I mean, these black people in America who tear each other down, who tear me down, who treats me like shit and treat each other like shit. They don't go after these cops that do people like Freddie Gray and Michael Brown. They don't go after them. They're scared. They don't say nothing. Because they're all chicken shit. You know, it's funny. I mean, people in France protest, they speak their mind, and they go after the government if the government screws them. They protest, they speak their mind to destroy things and let the government know that they're pissed. People in America don't do that, you know, and I have one of my subscribers, his name is Martel the Cool. He has a big YouTube channel. I'll sub to him and he subs to me. He told me that a lot of people in America are chicken shit. And they can't stand up for themselves. And they can't think for themselves. I mean, they watch all these garbage news channels in the local news. And the local news doesn't tell them anything. They're not well informed about what's going on in this country, what's really going on in this country, and what's going on overseas. They don't care. I mean, they don't want to learn anything. They don't want to see the truth on real news channels, real news media outlets like France 24 English and the BBC. I mean, yeah, there's a guy from Britain who's like hovering over my channel. He's probably gonna drop a comment on this video. He's gonna tell me the BBC is biased towards feminists. That's what he's gonna say. You know, and I really do not care. I mean, anyway, yeah, like a lot of people in America are chicken shit, and a lot of black people who treat each other like shit and tear each other down and don't care about one another and don't care what happens to one another. They're chicken shit as well on things like what happened to Eric Garner and Michael Brown and Sandra Bland. You know, and Sandra Bland, she's no angel. Like she just as shitty as all the other black people. Like I see how she was acting around that cop who pulled her over for failure to signal and telling her to remove the cigarette out of her mouth when he was writing a ticket out to her for failure to signal. I mean, she can smoke a cigarette in her car as much as she wants, but you know, yeah, he's a law enforcement officer and he got to do what he tells her to do. She got to do what he tells him to do. But he didn't have the right to tell her to put out a cigarette. Like, yeah. Black people in America are just chicken shit. But when they're among one another, they treat each other like crap. They shit all each other. They call each other names like coon, nigga, all this crap, you know. And the black people who are Uncle Toms, they make me sick to my stomach. I mean, they kiss the asses of white people, and they don't give two fucks about you if you're black. If you're a black guy, the black Uncle Toms are not gonna give two fucks about you, and they're kissing the ass of white people. That makes me sick. Yeah. Uncle Tom! Uncle Tom! Uncle Tom! Yeah. Yeah. Man, this is really nice, you know. Kind of like that song from that singer from the late 70s, Bill Withers, Lovely Day. It is a lovely day. It's a lovely day to make this video. Yeah. I didn't mean to put a lot of black people down, but you know, I gotta talk about it. I gotta just go after these shitty black people who treat each other like crap and treat me like crap. Like, yeah, like, I mean, one at a gas station while I was paying for gas, just gave me my change back and didn't say thank you or nothing. And oh yeah, I remember I talked to one about, hey, about one having a hard time. I'm punching numbers on a number key to try to get into the break room at this job that I had. And when I got behind her, I said, "You having trouble getting into this room, getting into the break room?" She ignores me and don't say a word. Then I remember I asked her a question. Hey, do you know where the boss is? She just looked at me and pointed to the boss. And then she had the nerve to walk up to me and ask me this. I lost my money. I lost my keys. If you find my keys, I'll give you some money. And I should, you know, I didn't say this in the past. I'm looking back on this. I'm gonna say this. You have the nerve to ask me, you lost your keys, and if you said if I find your keys, you're gonna pay me, give me money. But when I try to talk, when I spoke to you, and wanted me, and I wanted to help you, you ignore me. And I remember I lost it one day, and then lost it one day because of her. She had the nerve to say this: "Are you all right?" Fuck off. Yeah, I mean, now I know why black people outside of America, black people in countries like the United Kingdom and countries in Africa, I see why they hate African Americans in the United States. I see why they hate them. Because black people in America don't know how to act. They don't have no respect for themselves. They don't have no respect for others. They can care less about someone's safety. I mean, it's disgusting. I mean, oh, man. Okay, I don't have that much memory left making this video. Let me go ahead and wrap it up. Yeah. Black people in America suck. I'm just gonna say it. They suck. They suck ass. I saw a black woman when I worked at this grocery store. She was coming out of the grocery store holding the hand to her daughter, and she was cursing at her daughter. And this white guy I was with, I was collecting shopping carts. He looked at her and started laughing like it's funny. Oh my God. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Black people in America suck. Okay, that's all I gotta say in this video. There's police tape everywhere. I don't know what this is all about. Coronavirus pandemic lockdown still going, but you know, they're easing up. Things are getting much better. It's okay. I just saw someone walking by, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave. Okay. That's all I gotta say in this video. Au revoir. Man. He was coming where I'm at, so he's probably gonna think I'm crazy. So yeah. I live in East Texas, the eastern part of Texas. I'm not that far from Louisiana. Northeast Texas to be exact. So yeah, the Piney Wood region. So yeah, it's kind of funny. I mean, I'm in the forest. I mean, seeing people walking around with cowboy hats on their heads. I mean, the white people and some black people in general. And Mexicans. So yeah. Anyway, goodbye.